Hello dear traders, welcome to InstaForex TV channel. You're watching a weekly link up with me, Anna Kasatkina. We'd like to discuss the ongoing situation on Forex with technical analyst Peter Yakimovic and forecast further moves of popular currency pairs. Investors were discouraged by the information that unemployment claims in the US increased much more than expected last week. So the US dollar has exhausted the bullish trend. On early Friday, traders see the greenback heading for the levels where it opened this trading week. Hence, the US dollar has lost all earlier gains. The technical charts suggest a scenario that traders will again decide to open long positions on the US dollar. Let's ask our technical expert Peter Yakimovic. Hi, Peter.
Hello there, traders. A euro versus US dollar basically is doing exactly what I alerted you in the previous week. Basically, the head and shoulders is still a very active long-term pattern, and I can still see the euro trade lower, and my expectation is that euro can continue with a downside movement. And again, the downside target pretty much is same like in my previous forecast. So at 1.1810 is the level and projection of this head and shoulders pattern. So I didn't see that price basically tried, and euro tried to rally and take that right shoulder high, but basically it failed to do that. And that is a basically sign that there are still sellers on the market and that we might see the more downside on the euro. So expectations for the further downside and selling on the rallies will be preferable a strategy under this condition on the euro versus US dollar.
Unlike the euro, the pound sterling looks much more confident. Currently, the British pound is holding firmly near the strongest mark in 2 years. What can you say about this currency?
On the British pound versus US dollar from the other side, British pound was much stronger compared to the euro dollar. So in terms of the relative strength, pound really outperformed the euro. So there was a lot of demand for the pound. But I'm very careful about being long on the pound under these conditions, since I can see that pound is a very exhausted. It's really an extended run. And under that condition, there is a potential for the sell-off to happen. So instead of watching for buying an extended move like this and trying to chase the market on the way up, I think it is a much better choice. And my expectation is that market can do the sell-off, and you can watch for some kind of the downside rotation, eventual sell-off, and then sell on the rally. The downside targets are set at the price of 1.3775 and 1.3615. So again, my expectation is that pound is on the very extended run, and this is the condition which can lead to the sell-off and some downside rotation. So I will rather prefer to wait for some downside opportunities versus to try to chase pound on the way up.
Gold is finishing the worst week in a year. The price sank to a 3-month low. Peter, do you think there is a likelihood that the precious metal will regain losses soon?
On the gold, basically the gold reached my first downside target we spoke about in my last forecast. So that is an area of 1780. So 1780 level was the recent swing low on the daily, and basically our first downside target. Gold still looks pretty negative to me. There is also the 200 moving average. We crossed 100 moving average, 20-day moving average. They all crossed the 200-day moving average. And we can see the price trading below the 200-day moving average, which means that long-term trends even are starting to turn down, and basically two lower lows, two lower highs on the watching the daily. So the trend is absolutely to the downside, and selling on the rallies will be my preferred strategy under this condition. And the next downside targets basically are set at the 1714 level and 1675. So watch for those levels for eventual next downside targets. And again, expectation is for the further downside because of this condition and this price action, which is really favors the sellers on the gold.
Thank you, Peter, for your trading analysis, and see you next week. You have watched the Link Up on InstaForex TV channel with me, Anna Kasatkina, and Peter Yakimovic, technical analyst of InstaForex. We wish you always profitable trading, and see you soon.